Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work on the phone, but I just got back from a lumber run. I went over to visit my buddy Dylan. So he got a giant oak tree that came down, and they had to take down a pipeline project. So it was almost 4 foot diameter tree, so massive, massive tree. He was able to saw most of it up. I got some of it for this project, and so this is the load in the back of my truck. So I got some 8 footers, some 12 footers, a variety of widths. So I got to pull this all out of here, start breaking it down, and then get it down into the shop to start processing it. So you can see I got waney edges. I got a lot of cleanup of work to do. There's going to be a fair amount of loss, but really great way to get lumber. Excited to help him out and make use of some wood that would have normally gotten thrown away. So wish me luck. Okay, so I've got some of the lumber taken out of the truck over here. So I've got some of these pieces laid down just to get them out of the way. That gave me the chance to unload partially and actually put the gate down. So now with these laid out and a couple of sawhorses set up, I can start breaking these down into more manageable lengths so they're not so stupid heavy. And I may, while I have this set up out here, I may bring out the track saw and cut off some waney edges, but I haven't decided yet for sure. So time to start breaking down. So I decided while I had this set up, it made sense to pull out the track saw and go ahead and cut off the waney edges. So that is the edge of the board where it was sort of the edge of the tree. So cut those off so I end up with straight square edges, and that makes it much easier for the next couple of steps of processing. Plus I'm not wasting time planing that material that's going to be trash. I know a track saw is really a sort of a luxury tool for most people. There's jobs like this that I just don't know how you would do it otherwise. And honestly, if you have access to raw lumber like this, you could probably save enough money versus buying finished lumber to buy one of these for yourself. I ended up cutting off the waney edges on both sides of every board, make for more efficient processing, and that left me with all of this stuff here. And with a little bit of effort at the chop saw, I end up with this beautiful firewood for use in my fire pit in the backyard. So here, with a cut list for my next project, I am marking out all of the pieces for that project. I mark them a little bit oversized. I leave a little extra on each end in length and a little bit of extra in width at this point. But I want to make sure I have enough lumber and I have a little bit of wiggle room as I select the best parts to work with. So next, these are cut to length at the miter saw, leaving again a little bit of extra. Generally, the next process is at the jointer, where you flatten one surface. So this will take care of warp, twist, bow, and cup, and give you one perfectly flat surface to use as a reference for the next stage, which is at the planer, bringing it to final thickness and surfacing that other parallel face. In this instance, this white oak that I got was very carefully stickered and stacked for drying, and it ended up being very nicely flat, so I didn't have to joint one face. Rather, I was able to just simply skip plane it, which is taking it directly to the planer. Normally you will go back and forth from side to side, taking off a little bit at a time to make sure you get those two sides perfectly flat and parallel, eventually working your way down to the final thickness. After planing, we're back at the jointer, and we now joint one edge so it is perfectly perpendicular to one of those new flat surfaces, and this then creates our reference surface for the next stage, which is cutting it to width at the table saw. Here at the table saw, we have all these beautiful boards. They're prepared 3 sides and ready to cut to final width. Thanks for watching.